Hello everyone, welcome. You'll have to excuse the sun today. It wants to be very bright. Well, mainly it's actually always a bit dark later than I usually do these kind of recordings, so I have the actual room's light on, which, well, because of my circumstances of what happened to the wall there, it's a bad angle for the light, sadly. But I've been meaning to get this recorded. I got some free time right now, so I apologize for that. Anywho, it is again time for new stuff. Get some of the big things out of the way here first. A bunch of Disney Infinity stuff. If you haven't been to your Walmart's little plastic figurine owl, Disney Infinity has been super cheap at Walmart, and I had some extra money because of what's the term for it? I can't remember what it was called, but it was money for the government basically because of a day off. Well, technically, it's a day we got taken off. Shared work, that's what it was. I had some shared work money, and I just figured, well, it kind of actually evens out. So I used it for it, and there were four of them. One for Disney 2.0, and the other three are for 3.0. The Pixar 1, and 2 Star Wars, which of course was the main focus of 3.0, so I was just like, well, they're super cheap always, so what? Why not? Oof. Now, I believe I probably mentioned this last time, but when I did the buy two get one free, I had one game that I was missing. I either said it was still missing or I got it and it was the wrong game, one of those two. And if it was when it was missing, well, I got a completely different game that had Zookeeper in its title. But now I have the actual Zookeeper version I wanted. So, some other DS stuff. Cookie and cream from FormSoft. And then, I never heard of this. It said, Think Smart Crazy Machines, which sounds like a puzzle game, so I thought I'd give it a go. It was only 99 cents, 89 cents since I'm pro. Then, what I got yesterday on my thrifting is Ivy the Kiwi for the DS. I would have probably preferred the Wii version of this. I don't know if they have the exact same amount of content either, but because of the red box things I've been doing, which actually has been pretty nice actually. I've been getting a little extra money from that since they're still doing cash for me at the present time of this recording for the summer event. So I've been getting a little extra money from that. So I did a little credit on some of it too. Now, it's been a long time since I found a video game at a yard sale, but there was a random yard sale in an abandoned parking lot by some old buildings nobody actually has any businesses in, and they probably didn't technically have the right to be there, but considering it's pretty much abandoned, no one probably cared. But I stopped by and they had Super Mario World for $1, and it's all very nicely clean. It's probably obviously going to be incredibly hard to see in now, but it is white as hell inside. So this is a very clean card. So it was like $1 Mario game. So I got the Metal Gear Solid Legacy Collection, which, as far as I understand, Metal Gear Solid 1 and the VR missions are digital only, and everything else is on the discs, which has the original Metal Gear and Metal Gear Solid Snake, not to be confused with Metal Gear Solid. Then Solid 2, Solid 3, Peace Walker, then 2 visual novels, which I'm not sure if either one of those were the PSP title, because I do have a PSP visual novel game that was interactive. And then the second disc is just Metal Gear Solid 4. So this will actually be pretty nice for some future endeavors. I guess Metal Gear wise, out of this, I've never did the VR missions, which I won't be able to do from this, sadly. But I never beat Metal Gear 2. I have beaten Metal Gear 1 on the NES and the MSX version that was on the PS2 Metal Gear Substance disc. So, it might be interesting that we play it, maybe that, but that's something in the future that, some when trades I got from Dumpster Stuff, the Star Wars board game, which, if this is what I think it is something Spoony did a video on, where it's like an interactive, visual, movie interactive thing, if it's what I think it is. I'm not, it says interactive movie on it, so I'm pretty sure that's it. I hope it is. I got that for GameStop stuff I found. Super Bowl Battleship. This is actually interesting because it's normal Battleship, and it also has a big campaign that has a completely interesting system. I had it when I was a kid. I got rid of it at a pawn shop back in the days where I need my monies for my new games. And then you regret everything you saw, like Super Mario, RPG, and everything. I have seen this like for really cheap at GameStop and everywhere. I do not know if it's online, is even still online, but I got for the stuff from GameStop's dumpster. He was trying to sell it for fucking $20. Crazy. Star Wars Tactical Assault for the DS here. It was really cheap. It looked like just a little tacticals thing. I thought I'd just throw some money at it. I did get a used copy of Kingdom Hearts 1 and a brand new copy of Kingdom Hearts 2 for the PS3. They were pretty good prices. For some reason, my GameStops, I don't know if it's all of them, but my GameStops are selling 2 really cheap, but 3 is still a lot. 1 is still a lot. And they had a used copy that was pretty low, so I was just like, it was a Walmart used copy, which I've still yet to ever have a bad disc from Walmart's used stuff, which, as much as Walmart is a plague, they certainly do a far better job than GameStop is. And that's sad. Speaking of sad things, I went to the Goodwill, and I saw this King's Quest V's disc version, and it had no disc. So, the last time I found something I was interested in that had no disc, they threw the case away, and I asked them if I could have the case, and they said they would have to sell it to me. So, I passed it up because it was just, it was one of the 3D Sonic games I was just slightly interested in, so I wasn't too head over heels over. But this I would feel very sad in the trash. So I asked them if I could buy it for something, like a few cents or something. So they slapped 10 cents on it, so I went with that. So this is just this was at the other thrift store in my parents' area. It's called Smoking Guns. It looks like some first-person Western kind of arcade thing. I'm not really sure if it's quality. It doesn't look like it's super great, but it was really cheap, and along with it, there's Axis and Allies, which was there as well. Got Bust a Move on the PSP. Now, if you ever heard me talk about like Small Soldiers games, I really talk about the PlayStation 1 and a real-time strategy game that was on the PSP and on the PC that I really enjoyed. I never knew of this game. It looks like some kind of probably went around third-person or fourth-person shooter kind of thing from what I get from the back. But I don't know. I never heard of it. This was in really good condition. I got for Dumpster Dive Trades. Another one for Dumpster Dive Trades. It looks like some kind of really old real-time strategy, perhaps, or some gauntlet. It's kind of hard to tell in the pictures, but it's a Dungeons and Dragons subtitled game, so it's also a really old one because I know a lot of the ones I see from that company are really old. Command and Conquer expansion. I think I may have already had this one, not sure. A Interplay Pro Pinball. I'm not usually a big pinball person, but it's an Interplay game, so I thought, why not? Some random educational things came by also at the other thrift store. Really cheap. Thinking, I'm losing everything. Ugh. It was Thinking Science Series Zap. It's in an odd fold-out multiple thing. And I only had a version of this, but not this kind of packaging for this. This is something Lazy Game Reviews did a video on. And it is in a odd cardboard out with a slip in the back and an inner plastic piece for the CD. It's a bit odd. I've never quite seen one like that. It was in really good condition, so I thought I'd just throw the extra change at. The Oregon Trail 5th edition in box, and I found out later that there was also something else inside here. It was the Oregon Trail 2, so it was a double deal. Wheeling and dealing, indeed. Now, at a pawn shop, I went to the pawn shop the previous weekend from this one. I don't usually go to my parents' pawn shops very often because they really went down. But one pawn shop I went to that I used to go to a lot when I was a kid, and over the years as the internet rose, it really became a poor place to do, well, basically anything with video games. It was pretty well, but I hadn't been there in a long time, so I stopped by. I got Bleach for the Wii for $8.95. Discs in good condition. Has some stickers around the case, and the case is a little beat up, but the artwork looks like it's all right. And the last time I visited this other pawn shop, well, we'll show this first. I got it at the same pawn shop at that one. It says 15, but he gave it for me for 10. I've never heard of it. It looks like a really bizarre Sim City whip-off with a lot of natural disasters. I never heard of it. $10 probably was still too much for it, probably, but I don't know. I guess I just kind of took a leap of faith on that one. Now, there's another pawn shop that's on the other side of the town my parents are in. It used to be a little better for games, but it too started slumping in the game department. The last time I was there, and it was around the time Final Fantasy XI's console version went down, I ironically saw this in there. A sealed copy of the Treasures expansion. Now, she had it for $24.95, so I was like, no, that's too much. Because for one thing, it doesn't even work anymore. And even though it's sealed, and I'm going to leave it sealed, but even though it's sealed, I can't imagine it having any worth, considering it's not even functioning, able to be used. So, I thought about asking it that one time, but I just thought maybe she just thought I was lying or trying to get a deal. But, this time I thought I'd give it a go to explain, and she believed me, and, I'm not lying, but I mean, to be fair in her shoes, I could understand not to just auto believe me. So we worked out a deal. I was a little generous. I honestly would probably not do a whole bunch dollars, but she actually broke me a deal the last time I was there. What was it? The Advance Wars Ruins, Day of Ruins. So I threw her a 5 at. I thought that was okay for it. So we went with that. She got a 5. I got a sealed copy of that to go with other copies I have. Final Fantasy XI means a lot to me, so and the PlayStation 2 games have a lot of the Japanese artwork for the game. Most of the American versions for the PC and others don't really feature a lot of the artwork. So some other stuff we got here. I got for $12 a sealed copy of Doom 3's BFG edition, which is Doom 3, its expansion, has Doom 1, Doom 2, and it has new levels, the Lost Missions. I played Doom 3 on the original Xbox. I never got to play the expansion. This is different from Doom 3 because they changed how the flashlight worked as opposed to the original. Where the original you had to switch between guns and the flashlight, and this one the flashlight is always out with your gun. So a bit different there. Gun Gal double piece. I did a very short stream because I was just really excited to try this game out. It is batshit silly, but it's definitely funny. So I look forward to doing a few playthroughs of it. I just like batshit crazy. In this depressing world where everyone has to feel oppressed and victimhood to everything, it's just nice to have something completely not serious. Limited 1 games. The Soldier Final Prototype X2, which is supposed to also have a DLC that's also on it. This is a shmup game. Normally I don't like most shmup games, but it's a limited game, so I figured I'd just get just in case I became interested, because obviously down the road it would be way too much money. And also Breach and Clear Deadline, which is part of the kind of where you control a little squad-based game. It's like XCOM except in real time. That's probably the best way to put it. Well, sometimes though in turn-based. To be fair, I did not play the original Breach and Clear yet. So, I don't know if it's actually in real-time or turn-based. I played a few different games that are in that kind of system where you're a little squad of policemen taking out houses of criminals. Some are turn-based, some are real-time. It looks like it's probably real-time, but I'm not 100% sure to be fair. Now, when I first did the red box thing, I did mention the video I did. I got Deadpool for myself on the PS4 for free, basically, because I traded in other versions of Deadpool and basically made $5 in this for free. So I still been getting some dollars off some games, but definitely gotta tell you, you gotta keep prices updated, because I did Sniper Elite, that was it. Sniper Elite 3, I did one in the morning on one day for $13.20, and then I did another one when I came back to my area, my local one, and the price dropped. And I still made like $1 or something, but yeah, you gotta be careful. I'm not really sure when the prices change. So, definitely something to look out for. This is very odd. And this, I guess you could consider this a slight update about the Zero Escape watch bedackle messed up thing. So I made a Wade video about the third entry of the Zero Escape series, how I didn't get my watch for my pre-order, and I think I left a note in the description and the a link to the Twitter account of a PR manager that was taking care of the watch thing. But basically, Amazon sent $10 to all the people, and I got this for free, basically. It was on sale during Amazon Prime Day, so sealed, brand new copy I got for, I think it was only like $4 or something, I believe. So, but yeah, at that time I was like, what are these $10 in credit from? I don't know. Probably one of the weirdest things, I traded some GameStop stuff. NES booklets for the original Gauntlet, Highline, Castle Quest, and Shadowgate. A bit of odd, but he had a whole box of NES booklets, and these were probably the more interesting ones for stuff I actually have. The Gauntlet one, to be honest, is probably the more interesting one to me, because me and my mom played the NES Gauntlet game a lot. So it's actually really interesting to get to see this, because I don't remember it. I don't even know if I ever even got to see it as a kid. If I did, I'm pretty sure I've forgotten it, because I don't remember. I don't know if this is a normal version of this. It has an EOSB rating, but I've never seen any LucasArts games like this. But Escape from Monkey Island in a DVD sized case with a big PC gaming label on the side. Like I said, it does have an ESRB rating. It does have a little page for instructions, and the disc is in good condition. There's two of them. It's one of the 3D ones, though, which I thought had a subtitle to it, but I'm not sure. I'd have to brush up on my but then again, maybe that bomb part's it. I'm not sure. But I never saw any of them in a case like that. Also, oddly, since I got this, there was a DVD I was getting for my parents, and the Goodwill was doing a sale thing, and I noticed this odd one here. It was sealed, and I never heard of it, but it's an animation. It says, it claims it's an award-winning feature-length movie, but I've never heard of it or the company there. But I don't know. I just kind of looked at the pictures, which it's hard to really say if it's any good. But I was like, well, they're doing a sale. It's only like a quarter more, so I was like, yeah, why not? I never heard of it. Maybe I'll watch it one day and just see. Maybe I'll find some form of faith in movies again, which probably I won't. And that should cover all the newest stuff I've gotten. Some nice stuff, and I look forward to trying out more Redbox deals. I've been mostly getting some extra profit from Tony Hawk, Elder Scrolls, and Sniper Elite, Transformers, but all those except for Elder Scrolls decreased it in price to either not being profitable or being barely profitable. So it'll probably be a little dry until they start getting some more price drops or new stuff in there, which right now it's kind of dry. So, but it has been helping for some extra dollars, so it's kind of interesting, weird and bizarre. Anyway, channel-wise, I've been doing a very disappointing job in doing Metal Gear Solid 5. But news is, though, fall is coming, winter is coming, so work is definitely going to slow down. So, hopefully, I'll be able to get some more free time for that. Aside from that, not too much new. I've been, putting new thumbnails and trying to make a new kind of in-card thing that I think looks a lot nicer. I've had some very nice comments about it, so aside from that, yeah, not really much more of that. If you have a question about anything, down below, and praise the sun.